up, you guys? What's up, you guys? What's up, you guys? Welcome to the ICanB show, where we talk about everything we could be on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and back around on Monday. I am your host, ICB, and I am joined by the lovely
ShaunaMoon.
ShaunaMoon on the mic.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We have Shauna here with us today. You guys don't even understand how excited I am about this episode. I've been following Shauna, I've been following you for a little while on Instagram, and honestly, your stardom just really popped out to me. You know, definitely coming through, creative, sexy, a vibe, truly bringing your own energy to the table and doing it in an unapologetic way. And I really respect that.
Thank you.
And even listening to your music, it makes me feel sexy. It makes me feel like I got body. It makes me feel bodylicious. Bodylicious. And it also makes me feel fuck boys, been there, over it, done that. Don't play around. We knowledgeable around here. We know what the precedent is to mess with a girl like us, right? Mess with a girl like me.
Okay.
So, that's a little bit about how your music make me feel off the bat, right?
Okay.
So
I like it.
Thank you. I like you. You make your music, and honestly, that's why you're here today.
Yeah. Okay.
So you are born, so y'all all know, I'm a Philly girl, love being a Philly girl. Miss ShaunaMoon, you are from Trenton, right?
Yes, I was born in Trenton. I'm from Jersey.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about that, growing up in Trenton? What's it like growing up in Trenton?
So I didn't actually originally, I moved around a lot in Jersey, all in the same area near Trenton. So I was born in Trenton, and I spent the beginning years of my childhood in Trenton. But I've also lived in different cities, and that's considered Mercer County area. So I've moved around, and then at one point I did live in Morrisville, Pennsylvania for a year.
You've been a country girl.
So I was I did leave Jersey for a little bit, but growing up in Trenton, when I was little, it was so easy. I don't know why. I think it's because I lived on one main block. Everybody knows Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. I feel like everybody got an MLK Boulevard. And I grew up on that main street. And I lived with my grandparents because my family is immigrants. All my family's from Jamaica.
Wow.
So I always...
First generation, second generation.
So my mom was born there. I'm I guess it depends who you ask, but I'm first generation American.
Okay.
And then... my mom, my dad, and my grandparents are all from Jamaica.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, go. I ain't even gonna get started, but go ahead.
Yeah. So I was so that's what it was like. I spent a lot of time with my grandparents. My grandparents took care of me. They picked me up after school. I went and had a nanny at one point. Everybody goes through their little daycare stage, and she lived out the block, but it was still on MLK. So I spent a lot of my time hanging out with those neighborhood kids. And then spent a lot of time with my cousins, because when I lived in another house in Trenton, this is still all Trenton, my cousins live with me who are also from Jamaica. So just that family mentality, everybody's from Jamaica, they all come in, you taking care of your family. And I would spend a lot of time, because at the time my parents weren't together, my mom always had me at my cousin's house. So I spent most of my childhood either with my grandparents, my mama, and my cousins. And that was all in Trenton. And now where they live was a little bit of a rough part. I ain't gonna front.
We love a rough part.
A rough part. It was a rough neighborhood. It was sometimes not a little safe. You gotta keep check. But it was nice because at the time my sister wasn't born yet, so my best friends were my cousins, and I spent a lot of time just we play games. I played Sims. We go outside. I hang out with all the other kids on the block, because everybody got kids. So there's mad kids, and they had block parties that road, I don't know why it was always that just one street. Like, that street was the only street in the
They was
neighborhood.
getting turned.
That always had block parties.
They had free
Free,
food.
of course they had free
Oh
food.
my
They had
God.
free food, games, everything. You know, they had the DJ coming out. And I was like, I feel like when I moved around Jersey, that's when I didn't really get to experience block parties like that anymore. So I did like, I love a good block party. I miss block parties like that. So that's what it was like living in Trenton. But I lived in other areas in Jersey as well. But Jersey's my home.
Okay.
Philly cool too though, you know. I be here all the time.
Okay. So at the block party, you used to be Wu-Tanging? Like, you be in the middle of the
And Jersey Club. You know, Jersey Club is really popular nowadays.
Wow.
So like,
you've seen that, like,
yeah.
you know,
Like,
on the block, chilling, block parties.
everybody, yeah.
People.
It's been so different. Like even with my cousins that live up more North Jersey, just because like I said, like everybody live in Jersey. I don't know why everybody show Jersey people don't know, but Jersey's like the most populated state by square mile. It is. It's like a small state, but in the country, it is the most populated state by square mile. Nobody know that. Now y'all know. A little fun fact about it.
We still confused, but it's alright.
Yeah. But even then, the North Jersey people, they would be doing the Jersey Club music. Everybody, you know, you go to a school dance or something, everybody doing Jersey Club. But that's what I mean. Like, everybody would call Wu-Tang, Jersey Club. That was the beginning. Everything of their time.
Wow. Okay. So, Jersey Club music taking off, block parties popping off the real, families together, family is tight. What would you say is like one of your like favorite childhood memories?
My favorite childhood memory.
No.
I know. I'm trying to think. Like, I had a lot of good times. I feel like it's something related to school. I'm gonna have to say it.
You want to hold it? You want to come back to it?
No. I can say like one of the biggest things that I enjoyed, like one of my favorite memories was like being a part of the arts growing up as a kid. Mm-hmm. Like being in art club. Wow. And when I was like in elementary school and having that time to like draw, and like a fun thing that did happen is the drawing that I did ended up being one of the brochures for one of the events. And I was like, oh, that's crazy, that's dope. Now that I think back and look at the picture, I was like, girl can't draw. But I was a kid, so I let it slide.
You show up, girl. Show off. Let these people know how talented you are.
But I love, like, when I think about it, I really loved art growing up as a kid. Mm-hmm. And now, like, of course, like, I still love art, but my favorite memory growing up has always been in relation to art or performing arts, whether visual or performing arts. It's always been about art.
Wow. Okay. So you say they would consider you a first-generation American.
Yeah.
So you are a descendant of Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
So how would you say Jamaica has influenced your music? Or, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
what type of music did your parents listen to and your grandparents listen to? And it was Bob Marley Jamaican?
Yeah, of course he's Jamaican, please.
I was testing you, girl.
Yo, yeah. So actually, you know, I actually didn't listen to a lot of American music growing up. Like, I didn't really know. A lot of people be like, oh, don't you know, like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, and like.
Hold up. They don't know me like I know.
Nah, yeah, but I mean, like, but it's that area of like pop, like I grew up in, but I didn't listen to that because most of the time, like, you know, everybody had those burnt CDs.
Mm-hmm.
Where
we love a burnt CD.
So like they'll go to the fair or something, and you know you get a little CD. But my mom would have like Shaggy, Lady Saw, you know, Bob Marley. Those are like Bob Marley's big in my house. I feel like I don't know a time when I haven't heard a Bob Marley song or like just Jamaican.
Top 3 Bob Marley songs.
No, you can't ask me that.
Or one that's on your mind. Or one that was the first Bob Marley song that comes to your spirit, comes to your mind.
3 little birds.
Well,
singing sweet song. No.
What's the name of it?
I think it's 3 Little Birds. I think that's the name of the song.
Okay.
I don't know, like, I'm really bad with song titles, but, like, I'll remember the tunes and hear them because, like, I was sung them as a kid all the time. It's just like, this is Sunday morning. This is what you're going to listen to.
Wow.
Bob Marley, again. And then, like, for the same burnt CDs. She had other CDs. Like, I listened to, no, Sean Paul is still Jamaican. so Sean Paul was really big too, and I think the the only non-Caribbean or Jamaican person was Mariah Carey. I think
Mariah got the vocals now.
Right, so I think that was really the main selection of songs that I listened to growing up. So in terms of how it influenced my music, I really like growing up. I watched a movie called Dancehall Queen, and I was like, I want to be a dancehall queen. I still have not gotten all the moves, and I did get injured recently trying to.
Should we watch it?
To watch a movie?
Yeah,
I would love to watch a movie again.
Yeah, go watch Dancehall Queen. So go watch it.
Right, go watch it.
Yeah, if you really want to be a Rasta gal.
You're right. So I wanted to be a dancehall queen, and I really love dancehall music. So I like a lot of traditional like reggae music. I feel like when people listen to Bob Marley, that's really mainly like reggae, but I really like dancehall and raga music, which is like more so like hip hop with reggae music. And then dancehall music, which is just very high energy, you know, kind of doing whatever. And then a lot of people like rhythm music, which is, you know, kind of like, it's a little soca-ish, where, you know, you grab your flag and everybody comes for carnival and stuff like that. So in terms of my music, I would love to have more time. I'm still trying to figure out how to put my accent in the music, because like I can speak patois, but it's sometimes comes off a little bit weirder in recording, or it gets like cut up. So I'll see. That's something I'm working on. My mom keeps on like, when are you gonna drop Jamaican music? I'm like, relax.
So if you could put in the ad-libs.
I could. I did when I did that song with Kai for Breathe In. He put them in because I had like the one line about Jamaica, and he was like bomba in the background. And I feel like that's you know, and then I have like 2 songs where I did try to put like conversations and Good Girl Gone Bad. Thank you. Yeah, where
Good Girl Gone Bad is good too.
Right, where I try to incorporate a little bit of Jamaican influence into my music. So I'm trying. Yeah, I haven't like got it down to a pinpoint like the way I want it, but that's me being picky.
Girl, she packed her stuff and went to Bahamas. Okay,
I really like that because I really wanted to focus on storytelling with that one.
That's bullshit right there, though. Right. Like, that's really how you be like, all right, you want to cheat on me? You want to do whatever you want to do?
I'm going to leave.
Hello? Don't even play. I ain't even got to cheat back. I'm just going to dip, and I'm going to take my fine ass to the islands, and I'm going to get my groove back.
Right. Exactly. Look, I always say this. I'm not a ride or die. I'm a ride or dip. Like, I'm either there or I'm gone.
So I'm saying this, but a fast ass ain't nothing.
So that's exactly what I meant. I was like, yo, you want to play? We going to go. I'm here until the ride's over. Once the ride stops, I'm out. And we
we're in Jersey. We're surrounded by culture and love. People pouring into you. You know who you are. Not gonna really. I was gonna, because like Black Americans, like they say like they don't necessarily have a culture that they can identify with that grounds them based on how rocky certain things was, we don't even want to talk about them anyway.
That's not the time.
I bring that up to say is like, when did you start making music? Like when were you like, yo, like I'm gonna make a song, I'm gonna lay a track, like I want to hear myself like sing back to me, rap back to me.
Okay. So
like, y'all ain't ready for this shit.
Yeah, no. So I actually kind of fell into music, and I tell people this quite often that when I was younger and in middle school, I really wanted to do performing arts. Okay. But as I got older, a lot of people always be like, performing arts isn't practical. Mm-hmm. So I studied science. I did. So my major is in chemistry, and my minor is in economics, and I did a lot of business. Yeah, so I did a lot of business oriented things.
That's priceless.
Right. It's really nice. Like it
need you, girl. Gunpowder.
I'm like, no. Everybody always go like chemical engineering. So it was like, you got the bomb. It was like, you got the setup. I'm like, yo, relax. But like, yeah, so after that, I think in 2018, like right after I started college, I kind of just started playing around with like making freestyles.
Mm-hmm.
And it would just be me on the phone. I'd be like joking around.
Band lab or just recording yourself like on the video?
Just literally, it would be like me on Snapchat. And I would like record video of me just like saying random verses and stuff. And I was like, okay, let me just play around with it. And then like later on, I was like, all right, we're going to get a beat. We're going to try to see if we can rap on a beat. Mm-hmm. And that was like late 2018, early 2019. And then like 2019, 2020, I started making Instagram videos of me rapping to beats that I would find off of YouTube. And then I would tag the producers. And
so you jumping into it, girl.
Right. Well, because like I
dream.
Right. But it was more so that like I just enjoyed creating, and I was like, oh, for me, everything's always a process. I'm like, how far can we take this? How can we grow? Like, how can we make this go further? Like, what are our limitations? So I always test myself to see how much more I can do. So I'm like, okay, this is for fun. Can we do we did it with no beat? Can we do it with a beat? Mm-hmm. Can we make more content towards this? Like actually lay things out. And in early 2020, like February or something, I had made a little thing called Beautiful Black Child to celebrate Black History Month.
Absolutely, and that was a beautiful song. Yeah. I heard that song, and I do want to say like it was given like, you know, strong but sweet. Like it had a harmonizing embodiment to it.
Yeah, I wanted it to be a beautiful message to like somewhat wrap up the month of Black History Month. Mm-hmm. And I did that song, I posted that verse, and someone had reached out to me. His name is Gatsby. And he was like, I want to be on this song. Like, can I be on the song? And I was like, what you mean be on this song? Like, because the producer, I had tagged the producer, Urban Nerd Beats, which is one of my favorite beat artists. He had reposted it on his page. And a lot of other people started frolicking, being like, oh, you know, you make music. And I was like, no, I kind of just play around. I don't know what I'm doing. And then it was like, oh, I want to hop on this song. I was like, what you mean you want to hop on the song? Like, this is not a song. Like, I was just making something from Black History Month. Mm-hmm. And he was like, yeah, you know, I could record it. You know, we could get the track stems and everything and lay everything out, and then we can have a song together. I was like, okay, if that's what you want to do. So that was early 2020. And then originally the song had released Juneteenth of that year. Wow. And I had realized I didn't have any other music out. So I had wrote another freestyle or one complete song called Candy. The week after I had wrote Beautiful Black Child. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I don't got anything online, so I don't know how to connect any of the platforms. Like, I'm on Google. Like, how does one become a musical artist? So then I just dropped Candy on all streaming platforms like the week prior to Juneteenth, just so that I could set up all the profiles on Spotify and Apple Music and everything before the Juneteenth release of Beautiful Black Child. And that's how I kind of started making music. Everything else has been a pretty much trial and error. I'm just like, well, we don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna figure it out. Figure it out. Yeah, but that's how I got into music. But I've always loved performing arts and music as a kid. Like dance is a big thing. Like I did dance throughout college, dance throughout like middle school, and theater has always been a big thing. I've always done like speech and drama classes and acting in high school and college, and I did the play and stuff like that in middle school. So I've always loved performing arts, but music, like doing music professionally, has only been since 2020.
Wow. So honestly, like, you know, Beautiful Black Child, just to go back to that, dropping straight facts for the 99. Trust me, it's empowering. Like, if you listen to the song and to hear your story, you to tell me like that's like one of the first songs that you made. Like your voice had so much conviction behind it. It was so beautiful. It had its own symphony, but it had its own, you know, sense of strength. And when I talk about strength, you know, I wanted like I'm treading lightly, because they always talk about, you know, how like the black woman is so strong.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
And yes, we're strong, but we're also like very, you know, feminine and kind-hearted and loving, and we view the world from a perspective of, love, but also kind of being in this like multifaceted position where, you get love from one place and hate from another, and you see people get, injustices happen to them every single day, and your heart just kind of bleeds for them. Mm-hmm. And that's like my experience as a black woman. And when I hear Beautiful Black Child, I hear you telling the stories of that. I hear you explaining the love and the frequencies, and sometimes the depth to certain like just things that hurt, and that's not always easy to express. You did it in the most beautiful synchilic way through Beautiful Black Child. So I just wanted to say that to you.
Thank you.
And let you know that.
So good.
And I'm impressed, blown away, clutching my pearls.
Not clutching.
Knowing that was one of the first songs that you ever recorded.
Yeah, that was. It was the first. I think it was the first song I recorded professionally, like having everything sent to be mixed and mastered, and getting all the stems and everything was the first song.
That's
and
amazing.
When I put together the song, the whole idea was kind of like what you said, like, I wanted to talk about the beauty of blackness, but also kind of depict some of the pitfalls, but not make the pitfalls be the main focal point. I wanted it, like, that's why it says beautiful black child with beautiful black hair and a beautiful black smile. I know it took a while, but we love every inch and every curl. Like, so I still wanted that to still be the focal point, is that the love that we have for blackness, not just the pitfalls and the issues that we have to deal with society as black people.
Absolutely. So make sure y'all go listen and stream Beautiful Black Child. Like, she gave us a cameo snippet of Beautiful Black Child, but it's even crazier with her original vocals, but the beat behind it and everything, like, it just comes together like a beautiful black child. You know what I'm saying? Also, Candy, right?
Yeah, Candy.
Wow, I listen to Candy too. I love Candy. Candy makes me happy. Candy is like, it's original, also like cinematic. Like, I could see it in a movie, like a whole scene that's like super fun, girly, like maybe even skating with curlers in our hair. Like,
I love it. I'm loving the imagery that you're giving.
Lollipops, So yeah, like I really love that. So that's lit. That's popping.
Yeah, a little thing about that. Actually, I'm looking to re-record the visual for Candy, and I chose some spots out in New York because, like, Candy's a lot of people's favorite song.
Watch out for
that. Right. Candy's a lot of
people.
people's favorite songs. Like, like everybody, because it has a very catchy like hook. So right, Candy, I got him feeling dandy. Like, I'm like, and I've heard that song so many times. I'm just like, oh yeah. but I love the song, and you're right. It's like, it was supposed to be like cute. I was like, and I did, when I first recorded, I had like bubbles in my hair and everything. I was like, yeah, childhood. Mm-hmm. Candy.
It was definitely a little Nicki, right?
It is. The influences for that was really Nicki, Doja, like
really?
The beat had like, I feel like with the vocal intonation, I feel like whenever it's a little bit pitched higher, to me it always feels like it's giving a little Doja. when it's like, oh, because like Candy. Yeah. So, but the lyrical part, especially in the first verse, is very much Nicki. Like, it's very much Nicki flow. That was the inspiration for that part.
Because Foxy Brown, you're inspired by Foxy. Yeah. You're inspired by E. Yeah. You're inspired by Young Money as well.
I love them.
They have such strong artists, behind you that like influenced you.
Young Money definitely is the top.
Don't play with her.
Like,
don't play with her.
Yes, don't play with it. Don't play with me. I'm cracking up.
Yes. Okay. So I'm sorry to kind of bring you back again.
Go ahead. Right? You can ask whatever. I'm here.
The first song you laid down, right? Mm-hmm. When you press play and heard that fire burning through your ears, how did you feel?
I'm cracking up. I don't know. I feel like at that point I was like, I just really loved it. I was like, oh, this is a vision. I could actually put together a visual for this. So, like, I started green screening. I don't even green screen for real. Like, I am not the best cure whatsoever when it comes to green screen. But, like, I wanted it to, like, have, like, a visual that kind of showed the depth of everything. So, when I first heard that song, when I pressed play, I was like, yo, you really made something right here. Like, I was like, this is going to close out Black History Month just the way that I wanted it to. I was just really proud. I feel like, though, about everything. Whenever something's done, I'm like, look how far you come. Every single time, I'm like, growth. Especially because before, you know, I told you I was recording with my phone. I was like, growth. Growth.
Yes. Okay, so I saw some of your freestyles on Instagram.
Okay.
Not Instagram, on YouTube. But they definitely made me, like, kind of laugh a little bit. When you, let's just say her visual cover art.
When you watch the thumbnails.
Her cover art, she got some freestyles out there that's just so funny, creative. And I'm like, wait, is that Shauna?
It's me.
I'm like, is that Shauna or is that Nicki Minaj and Lil Baby? Like, who is that?
No, this is so funny. So that was me being a marketing genius. Though. Let's not play.
And
It was absolutely great. So, like, my most popular video on my YouTube channel that has 43,000 views is the freestyle I did for Need to Know. For those who can't, if you see the thumbnail for that video.
That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Them thumbnails. Yeah. Make sure y'all go check them out at ShaunaMoon. ShaunaMoon. SHAUNA Moon.
Those thumbnails, like, I purposefully made them hilarious. Like, I wanted them to be, like, funny and, like, exaggerate, kind of like whoa, like what? Because so this is not the first YouTube channel. Like, I've run a YouTube channel before, so I know what type of thumbnails and, like, what the analytics and trends look like whenever you're supposed to release a video. So I was like, okay, if I want to get the most views for my freestyles, the first thing most people see is a thumbnail. So I was like, all right, we're going to edit some crazy stuff. This is going to be hilarious. I'm going to take, like, all the funny faces I've ever made in any of my past YouTube thumbnails, and I'm going to just crop them out and put them on the faces of the original, like, cover art or video art for the song. And that's what I did, and that's what they all look like for every single.
And you did a great job.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun. I ain't gonna lie. That's fun. I love it.
You are producing content, you know, you just, like, pushing out work that you're doing. You're not even thinking about it. You're just being creative and dedicated to your art, right? Now, you go and you release Static, your first EP.
Yes.
How'd you feel about the first project being done? Because we've created singles, right? We put that out, but this was the actual, like, unit production of your creativity.
I will say this every time. Creating my first EP was terrible. Not terrible, but, like... That process, it was a learning process. Like, it was, I had written the EP the year prior. So I had written the EP during the pandemic, like all of 2020. It was complete, like, writing wise. It doesn't take me that long to write together a project. Like, I would say the same thing with Pressure.
She's talking about her mixtape, y'all.
Yeah. So what happens is usually I spend, like, a week or something to write all the songs.
Okay.
And a week's not that long. Like, I'll choose out what type of styles. Usually I'll think of the beats and everything already, like how I want things to lay out, and then I'll write the songs, and then I'll make changes, and then when I go to record things I might add some additional changes, but all the bass is done usually in a week. Okay. Now when it came to Static, because I had to wait,
What's Static? The people in the back.
Oh, Static is my first EP. It was released.
Oh, I'm tripping. I'm thinking you talking about somebody, a piece of equipment. No. I'm tripping, bro. I'm thinking you talking about some software, some data.
Nah. So Static, my first project, when it came to recording Static, like, I had already written everything down, but I had never been to a recording studio. I didn't know how to record, like, professionally, and I wanted the quality of the work to be a lot better. And I had tried a local place. I don't know. I kind of, like, checked Google reviews, and the place was, like, okay. The guy was really nice. I don't even remember anything too much about it, but he did tell me a couple things about editing in DAWs and stuff. so that when I edit my own stuff, I had a little bit better understanding. But I was like, okay, this is not going to work out. I'm going to have to go to New York. I don't know why I thought the answer was New York.
You're a star.
Huh?
No, I'm a star.
So,
New York.
Right. So I don't know. So then I started looking at places to record in New York, and I would hike, man. It would be in Brooklyn. It would take me like 2-3 hours to get to Brooklyn. Right. Like, cause like it was not like a direct, like I'd have to go to Manhattan because I'd take the train and then shuffle somewhere in Brooklyn to record.
Okay, Lady Gaga. Like,
so it was
Madonna.
far, and then I recorded it, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't care for I didn't know what was wrong with it, but I knew something was wrong. Like, the quality of the mix wasn't like what I wanted it to be, and I could feel that. I didn't know what was wrong, because I feel like a lot of times you can know when something's wrong, but you don't know what to fix. And that's what I was battling at the time, going to Brooklyn to get the tracks. But I had recorded all the tracks in Brooklyn. I just booked a long session. I think I spent like 6 or 8 hours, paid for the session, just went back to
you
back.
just made the whole album. I mean, the whole...
Yeah, I think I made like an additional trip to like fix some stuff, but I had maybe like 2 sessions and I got it fixed. Now what happened is, last minute, I had became friends with Yos Legend. Yos Legend is featured on Press Play on Static, and I met him June 2021, and I found out he made music because we were just meeting at a friend's kickback and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in his car and he was playing us some of his tracks because my other friend was like, oh yeah, he make music too. I was like, oh, like I make music. Like, I just started making music officially. But, like, I make music. And
I'm a syndicated artist.
Right. So, I sent him my tracks. I was like, here's some of the tracks I'm working on. And he said he wanted to be on Press Play.
Okay. And
I was like, all right, you could be on it. My first project was a collaborative project. So, I know what it's like to collaborate with somebody. But I was like, I don't know, sure, go ahead. What's your process look like? Because I feel like every collaboration, you kind of learn other people's process. I'm in the midst of a lot of collaborations right now, and each process has been very different. But he sent it. He was like, oh, I'm going to see if there's still space and everything. And I found out the studio that he goes to record was 8 minutes from my house.
What?
I was so mad.
That's a blessing, though.
It was good at the moment. I was so mad, though, because, like, I had hiked in, like, 2-3 hours going to Brooklyn to record. I was like, I ain't need to do all that.
Right around the corner.
Right around the corner. And I could tell the quality of the mix that he did was a lot better than the one I was hiking all the way to Brooklyn for. And he was cheaper.
God is good.
I was like, oh no. So I ended up adding a song, which is really like a lot of people's favorite song on the Static, Crooked Lines. Crooked Lines is a last minute ad. And I think Icon was also a last minute ad.
Icon is, I think, my favorite song on Static.
Yeah, I had to go up and down hills, mountains, crossroads, and rivers to get that beat from the producer, because like he didn't have a way to download it, and I contacted him on every single platform. I said, hey, I want this beat. Can I please have this beat? Like, send it to me. I was like, I'll pay for it. Just let me know how much it is. And he actually sent me that beat for free. He was like, just have it. He was like, you good. I can't wait to hear it. So,
you're Icon.
Yeah, for Icon. Thank you. But yeah, so Icon and Crooked Lines were last minute ads. And then Press Play, Yos Legend did his verse. And then I redid the ending for that song. And those are the 3 that I actually did in that studio, which I think are mixed a lot better than the rest of the EP. Mm-hmm. And because it's really hard to transfer vocal styles from one studio to the next, I didn't really see the point of re-recording the whole thing. I was like, I already spent all that money. But it was a learning lesson. I think that was the hardest part. The other hard part was the visuals for Static. Like, I had planned everything out, and I worked with a designer. Okay. But it was expensive. I ain't gonna lie. Getting custom 3-4 custom outfits. I was really going out. I was balling. I don't know why I was going so hard for my first EP. I was like, this is gonna be what it looked like. And those photos were also taken in Brooklyn. And the designer was also
the cover art.
Yeah,
Static.
Yeah, okay. Cover art was I was covered in full body glitter.
What?
I was in full body glitter. I had like
Damn, girl, I thought it was a filter.
Nah, bruh, it's real. I still got like glitter on the back of my camera. Like that's how serious.
And your titties was sitting.
Thank you.
No homo. I was just like, damn, this is out of I was like, what?
Yeah, and
you really went all out.
The tiniest bikini I've ever worn.
It.
The tiniest bikini I've ever worn in my entire life because it was the wrong size, but it had to work because that's all I had. And then I had used biodegradable glitter from BioGlitz. They reposted it.
We love that. Amen.
Yeah, so
save the
planet because I love that. Y'all know.
Save the planet.
So that was that.
Put your trash in the trash. Okay.
And then I had two of my friends, Joanna. I'm gonna mention Joanna every time. Joanna knows because Joanna has always been on behind the scenes on most of my photo shoots. And then my sister helped, and then my other friend who lived in Brooklyn, Madeira, helped apply the glitter. So we spent a large time applying glitter on my entire body.
Yes, ma'am.
Back and front.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I had the blonde wig with the red lipstick and the glasses. And then I brought a TV. I bought that TV. That was my little miniature TV. Because I had used that for another photo shoot back in like early 2020 when I did like a little PlayStation shoot with my friend. So I brought the TV all the way to Brooklyn. That's how I drove, but I brought it in and I took the picture for the cover. So those were the hardest parts of Static. The recording process, everything was hard about Static. But nowadays it's a lot easier. Like Pressure was a lot easier. Pressure was so much easier than Static.
So tell us about Pressure. So hold on.
Yeah.
EP's done.
Yes.
Did you celebrate your first project? How did you celebrate yourself?
I hung out with my friends. Like I always go back to the people that I know and I love and support. And before it came out, Yost Legend was doing a performance. So I actually did my first performance for Press Play before the project released.
Perfect.
So I had
people a touch.
Right, and it was great. My first performance was great. I loved it. The energy of the crowd was amazing. Like it's still one of my favorite performances to this day. And then I celebrated it with everybody, and I was just like, yo, it's here. Like, I did it. Like, to me, I was just like, I did it. And then I was supposed to do, like, a whole bunch of visuals, but I was so tired. Like, people don't know, like, projects take so much energy. And honestly, in 2022, I was very chill when it came to music overall, comparatively, just because I was so tired.
Wow. Did you cry?
I did. I'm not a crier.
Not a crier?
I'm not a crier. But I had a great time, and I was just so blessed. I was like, yo, I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. Thank God. Like, I'm so blessed. I'm truly blessed. And I'm just glad I was like, you know, I mean, like, it's not perfect, especially now, like, I'm older. I can pick out the imperfections in it, but I love it. And it, again, everything is about growth. I just see, like, this is where I started. I was like, yo, this is my first project. And, like, I like my starting point. I think it was really good for someone who didn't know what they were doing. And I was like, we can only move up from here. And I was like, I was really happy. I was very happy with how much I accomplished despite not knowing so much. And even now I'm still grateful and love everything of how it came out to be.
Amen. You know, and when I listen to Static, and then directly after I listen to Pressure.
Okay, yeah, you can tell the difference.
Honestly though, I felt like it was a great transition.
Yeah.
Like I felt like Static was like an interlude for Pressure.
I like that.
If that makes sense. Like it really had rhythm, but it like elevated to a different level. I don't necessarily, I mean, you're the artist, right? So you know how you feel about your music.
Yeah.
When I listened to it, I didn't feel like it was necessarily a better level, just different. Like you're powerful.
My thing is the production.
All on your own. So you're going to give that energy when you perform and when you show up, right? So that same energy is what I felt went into the next album, but definitely on a different stage, on a different like platform in regards to production. Like it definitely did step up the cookies, if you will. You and Nikki there. So, you know, we always stepping our cookies up around here and trying.
I love you.
But yes, so I felt that. So Pressure. First we bring the Static.
Yeah.
Now we bring in the Pressure.
Yes.
Are we making diamonds? Are we making diamonds?
You heard that? She ate that up. Yeah. Okay. Misquotable, for real. Because I like that. they're very different concepts now that I think about it. Like, Static was 1950s Hollywood. That was kind of the thing. Okay. That was like, and that's why I was Static. I was thinking television. 1950s television was really big. That's why it's called Static. A lot of the songs are based off of, like, crooked lines. Like, that's the little Static lines, or icons, icons of those times. So I really thought about that. Pressure, because it's a mixtape, it was kind of my, like, tracks that I had already did, and beats that I really like, and I was like, we're gonna put it together. And y'all just gonna get the product of that. So it's a little less organized. I think the EP is more organized. I don't think a mixtape is meant to be organized. But in terms of putting it together, so much easier. One, Rec. I recorded the whole thing at Rec.
Wow. Shout out to Rec Philly, 9th and Market.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Gang got the hammer in the rent. She a Nicki fan.
The barbs. But yeah, so I recorded the whole thing here. I wrote everything a little bit prior, like the last week of 2022, of like during Christmas time, the last week after Christmas. I wrote everything, and then I planned out a schedule of when I was gonna come into Rec during January to start recording everything.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, first week, this is the songs we're gonna do. This is the songs, and I did take out some songs. 2 songs weren't included. I didn't like how they sounded, so they were snipped. But overall, it was a lot easier, because when I had done in 2022 Vibes with Shy the Weirdo, I had actually met this engineer who's based in Chicago, and her name is Ksenia. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right, girl. I ain't never met you in real life. but she's a female engineer, and I really wanted to, like, work with more women behind the scenes. So I pushed myself to get a woman engineer, and that's what I did for Vibes. I had her engineer that track, and I was like, wow, the quality's so much better. She does masters, because my other stuff wasn't, like, I think, like, maybe 1 or 2. I try to master some of the stuff, but, like, Static is not as well mastered as Pressure is. So when I was recording Pressure, I was like, all right, all I gotta do is record all the tracks, which I had learned how to, like, use Logic and the interface a little bit in Studio B, because I recorded everything in Studio B. Studio B is my favorite studio. It's my favorite studio. But I recorded everything there. I laid out all the tracks, and then, like, I put together what the background vocals was gonna look like, the ad-libs. So I was producing a lot of the stuff, and then I would, like, take things out as it would get mixed and mastered. Okay. And then once I had all the track stems, I sent it over to my engineer, and she would put them together, and I would timeline them. I'd be like, so not to rush her, just so she has, like, a couple of tracks at a time. And then I would go in and I'll tell her what changes I wanted to make. So, like, for instance, I'm trying to think about who had the most. I think up to six mixes were done with 1 track.
Wow.
But I think the least was 1. Pop Out had only one mix. It got it done in 1 shot. It was the easiest thing. But the other one, I think maybe, like, Conversations, anything that has, like, a little bit more of a vocal tinge, because I'm still trying to work on how to record in that place my vocals. Because it sounds better when I'm at home, but it doesn't sound as good as Studio B. So I always struggle a little bit more with that. So I think Conversations and Good Girl Gone Bad always require more mixes. Anything that's a little bit more singing, or Exhale, I think, or Mouth to Mouth, that part. But it was easier overall. Loved it. I was a lot more relaxed. I already had the rollout planned out. I reached out to everybody early. Like, I have reached out to everybody in January, and the project didn't release until, like, May. So I had...
Wow.
Right.
That's preparation, you guys.
Right. So then I think in March, I did the photo shoot for the cover. I did that with Jalea, who's also a member here at Rec. She was the photographer.
Sexy. Fire.
Yes. And I love her. Jalea's amazing. Jalea Lark.
Shout out to you, Jalea.
You're right. She's so good. And it was our first time working together, but I really wanted, what people don't know is, like, when you hire somebody, you're hiring them for the style of work that they do. So I went through multiple photographers, and I chose her based off of her style. And I was like, I feel like this style would really work for the cover that I want to do. And I really was thinking, when I thought of pressure, I was thinking about, like, you know, stepping on people's necks. And when I thought about necks, I was like, snakes. You know, you can't always trust everybody. So I was like, that's why I was in the snake print. And then there's a little snake that's coming at me in the cover.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Living Cobra, you know.
Yeah. It was like a little mini snake, which was actually from Amazon because, like, I'm scared of snakes.
Oh, I thought it was real.
Nah, I was scared of snakes, bro.
Oh, snakes.
But it was like a little bendable snake that you could like it's a little fake snake that I got off of Amazon that you could like bend each part to make it look.
That's good.
And I had it wrapped around my hand, and that's how I got it to point that way. And she snapped that shot, and I did that with her, and then I had got somebody else to do my makeup, and I got my wig done by Chloe. Like, I was working with all new people, lots of women behind the scenes. Like, again, I really wanted to press women behind the scenes because I just don't feel like I see in music, especially hip hop, there's so much men. No problem with the men, but there's so many of y'all.
You might be feeling like that dynamic all the time, like.
Yeah, so I wanted something different, and I was like, if I'm paying for it and I get to choose it, I want to work with more women behind the scenes, and that's what I did. So I hired more women behind the scenes for everything, and then after that, except Tommy's the only person. Tommy was the only person that other than and Tyler, but Tyler, you know, Tyler did get paid. Tyler my friend, Tyler one of my good friends. Tyler helped out with the Try It video with Joanna. Joanna and Tyler always be helping out with behind the scenes on photo shoot. I love them dearly. But when I did the bankroll video, I did a bankroll performance video for the first track. I was like, that's gonna be the first single off the mixtape. I had worked, again, everything was shot here. I filmed that in the visual studio. Same thing with the cover, visual studio. Really used up Rex resources. I was like, I'm gonna do everything right here. I have access to it. I'm gonna get it done. And I had that shot in April, right before I left for Korea. I had got the makeup artist to do it, and then my hair from my the hair lady that I work, Bruna, in Jersey. And then Tommy came. He's actually from Trenton, Jersey, and he filmed the video for the performance video. And then I set the timeline of when am I going to release all these visuals, when am I going to show the performance video, release the bankroll video. I mean, not just the bankroll video, but the bankroll song, and then release the mixtape. But yeah, the rollout for that was a lot more intense. But I did like how everything came together, and I had to do everything January. Took 5 months. I think 5 to 6 months for a project is the best time frame to get everybody a part of it and have everything be the way that you want it to be.
Wow. And honestly, pressure is definitely getting pressed. Your name is definitely around. Like, people definitely recognizing ShaunaMoon. Bodylicious is taking over.
Yeah, everybody. You know? Bodylicious is a big one. People like Bodylicious. The anime community really like Tokyo Drip.
Because Tokyo Drip is sexy. Like,
Tokyo Drip?
It got like a slow like vibe to it. But it's definitely like take your like panties off. You know?
Yeah! I get it.
Excuse
yes.
me. Yes. Excuse me, Mom. Excuse me.
I'm not excuse me, Mom. But yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. I mean, honestly, like, wow. I'm sorry. It's just a full circle moment. Like, to see pressure come together in such a way, and to see you evolve as an artist and take the opportunities ahead of you. You know, you necessarily don't know. Like, that's foresight, right? Like, you don't know exactly how everything's going to come together, but just continuously putting that one foot in front of the other, you know, just following up on yourself and activities. And, you know, just once again, I want to congratulate you on pressure, okay?
Thank you.
Like, for real, we need a bottle of Moet, pop that joint, get litty.
I love Moet.
Okay. Like I today, okay? Now, just so you guys know, just to reiterate, visuals are coming out for Tokyo Drip and Bodylicious, and also for Changes. So make sure y'all keep a lookout in y'all, you know, because y'all gonna see it.
Yeah,
okay, the universe is gonna.
I also got some more visuals planned out. I'm gonna start recording them. Actually in 2 weeks. I'm gonna start recording everything in 2 weeks. I have everything planned to start moving forward.
That's gonna be amazing. Okay.
I'm excited. I gotta do it.
So on this podcast, we also have a segment called This or That. So I'm just gonna ask you like
this or that. Oh, wait a minute. I love this. Okay.
So it's really lit, you know what I'm saying? It's spicy, but like it's not super spicy. So
Okay. Now I'm curious. I was like, what's she gonna ask?
Full warning, I'm a little corny, okay?
Okay.
But these questions will get a little bit better over time. Anyway.
Okay.
So if you're a vegan, just like say it from a standpoint of being a vegan, but cheeseburgers or chicken nuggets?
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburgers? Okay, why?
I gotta eat a lot of chicken nuggets. I could just eat one cheeseburger.
Cheeseburgers be good, nice and juicy.
Right. I like an Angus burger. You know, you could dress it up, add a little.
Okay, steak seasoning.
I like to cook and I like to eat, so I was like, okay, yes, y'all.
Okay, you got a cooking show, cooking channel.
I'm not about doing all that. My mama want me to make a cookbook so bad. It's not happening. It's not happening anytime soon. She could write it and put my name on it. How about that?
What's your favorite thing to cook right now, currently?
So actually, I'm gonna tell you something that I'm working on cooking. Like I have planned out. So I saw my friend make this like bun with like plantain, like plantains.
The whole bun.
Yeah, like they made a bun with plantains. It's like basically a green plantain that you smash and then you gonna fry. And I was gonna make it with some jerk pork shoulder. And then make like a pickled cabbage and carrots like Jamaican people do. And I was gonna make that. That's my next goal. I just like testing and making new food.
Girl, get out of here! You can't be doing that to the people, girl. Get out of here, all that goodness. Child, I'm hungry.
Right, I was like, and then if you don't eat pork, I was gonna like make a jerk chicken. But I don't even know. I don't even really cook for people like that. Like I used to do Sunday dinners, but I don't really cook like that. No.
Okay. Watch out 2020, when Shauna have her family, she gonna be cooking like that.
Oh.
So movie together, like going to the movies or Netflix and chill?
I like the movies.
You like the movies?
I like going to the movies.
Why the movies? Big screen?
I can't see. I was like, I'm visually impaired. No, but I just like the surround system. I just like energy and environments. Like, a Netflix and chill is nice, like when you have downtime at home. But like, I like to go outside, like dates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dinners for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lita wrapping up the Shauna.
Okay.
Lita wrapping up the
Okay.
Mobile home or a house?
House. Yeah.
Why? You like to be grounded? You want to know where you're coming every night?
Yeah, but I just like houses.
Houses are nice.
Yeah.
They don't move, baby.
I'm also just like, I like to have a center, and I feel like I'm always outside, out and about, and like my house is like the one thing that's grounded that I can always return to.
Amen. Hallelujah. Beach or forest?
Beach. Not even a thought. Don't even require any thought. I ain't even heard the word forest. It's beach. Why? I'm Jamaican.
What? One of your favorite memories on the beach?
Being in the water. I love everything about a beach. I'm a water sign, so of course I love the beach. I just like the wind. I don't love the sand, but sand's nice too. Yes, and I like the water. I love clear water.
Nice foot rub too.
Right. I just like laying in the sun. I like laying in the sun.
Sunbathing.
Yeah. It's nice.
Bitches.
And I like wearing a bathing suit. I like my little bikini and go outside in a bikini. What am I going to wear to the forest? Hiking boots?
Yo, your music definitely gives you like fun in the Sunday.
Right. Like I love that.
Having a good time, letting loose.
I don't like bugs, so the forest ain't gonna work because I don't like bugs. I don't like tents and camping. This or that.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Dogs? Why dogs?
I had a dog. He unfortunately passed away when I was in college, but I like dogs. I only like black cats.
Wow, that's amazing.
Right, because they kind of act like dogs.
Black cats are awesome. I saw a black cat when I was working at this one job that I was just so over and was tired of. And I was like, God, I need something different in my life. I saw a black cat 3 days later at a new job.
Right. Boom. See, like.
Also, like, I wanted to ask you, like, okay, your name is ShaunaMoon. Like, does it have, like, something to do with spirituality? Like, ShaunaMoon.
My middle name is Shauna.
Do you got water?
So I do got crystals.
Moon water?
I
making moon water.
I do have Oracle decks. It's crazy, but that has nothing to do with my name. I do. I got some. I got a desert rose. Yeah, I have a lot of different types of crystals, but I need to charge them up. They're not charged. But my name has to deal with my middle name being Shauna, and Moon from Sailor Moon. So the anime Sailor Moon. I grew up watching Sailor Moon. I named my younger sister after Sailor Moon. So
wow,
made
power,
moon, present, power. Yeah. So, and I really like the moon because I'm a Cancer sign. The ruling planet is the moon, not a planet, but it's the moon, and I like the moon. The moon makes me feel ease.
I'm gonna sit on that. You're sitting on the moon.
I do. I would love to go visit, but I'm not trying to waste our resources like that. I'm not selfish. Alright, I'm done. Save the earth. We only got one.
Yep, we only got one. One, maybe few.
Multiverse.
What do you call them?
What, the multiverse?
I was trying to think of like something like astrophysical that nobody would know if they...
Black holes? I'm like...
Oh my god, you saw the new Spider-Man?
Yes, of course.
Spot? You saw Spot?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god, I cannot wait to...
I actually have the art book for that one.
Really?
I bought the art book.
That movie was sick.
It was so good. I love Spider-Punk.
I was scared of Spot. I don't know how they gonna defeat Spot. How the hell you gonna defeat Spot?
I don't know.
He must have to like put like his web through all the spots.
We gonna have to find out because I don't know. I just know that it was so... Into the Spider-Verse was already a great film. Across the Spider-Verse amped it up. I never thought a sequel could be better than the first and like live up to its name. Mm-hmm. They did that. They ate that up. Sony, go ahead. Animation, that's your new avenue for reals.
Thank you.
Right.
So if you were a Spider Girl in a Spider-Verse, like what would your costume look like?
I've actually seen a couple designs because I follow a lot of artists on Instagram. And I don't know, one of my favorite characters is Spider-Bite. If I feel like it would be like a little techno futuristic type, because I really love that.
Silver-plated Beyonce or something different?
Kind of, but purple's more so my favorite color, so it would be like a little bit more like holographic purple.
Okay.
Yeah, holographic purple, kind of like a tech suit. Very, very cyberpunky. That's why Spider-Bite's my favorite one. Okay. Because she's like... She don't actually be there. She a hologram. She at her house.
Kicking people's ass as a hologram?
Right, I
know that's
right. And she a black woman too, so, But it would kind of probably be that, like a purple cyberpunk tech suit, Okay. I really love that. I love tech.
I'm basic. Mine was like a pink Cinderella.
No, that is not corset. Basic. Every spider.
Pink corset with the...
Every spider character matters. Every spider character matters.
I would like spin around and like bring up the air and just shoot it at people.
Okay.
Off their feet and stuff.
Okay, I would probably have like techno webs. And just like delete. And then they disappear. Like you get trapped in one of those.
Well, that's smart.
Well, I'm making stuff up on the fly. I ain't gonna
Girl, well, you giving it to him. God damn.
I was like, I don't know. But yeah. I love that film. It was so good.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. I seen it in real time. I did. Okay, so another thing that we do on ICanB Mondays is Manifestation Mondays, right?
Yes.
So tell the people something that you manifest in the near future, something that you want to see come alive.
Yeah, so I started separating my manifestation for September.
Okay.
Like I always plan out my goals, but I didn't make it about goals. I made it about dreams and aspirations this time because goals kind of have the pressure that they need to be completed, and I'm here for a participation award. I say that all the time.
I got it.
Right. I'm just trying to do my best. I did as much as I could. Whatever happens. I put in the effort that I could. So right now, like I'm just manifesting for the best quality work. Mm. Like I'm not so much interested in excessive output as I am about being more intentional about the things I produce. And I feel like I've always been that way, but like I want to be intentional about what I produce and actually showcase it to everybody. Like I really want to manifest just like very good quality work and people really seeing my potential. Like I know people like I'm not saying that people don't see like what I do, but like I want you to know that like I am really prepared to do like really great things, and that's what I really want to manifest, just my potential and showcasing my potential to everybody else.
Wow. Well, you know, on behalf of everybody else, I do want to say that you have shown us so much potential already. You know, we see 2 giant steps with Static, with Pressure, and that's just a step that's already continuously growing. So, you know, for the people out there that, you know, want to push Shauna on to, you know, opportunity, a resource, a way of thinking, a way of being, you know, equipment, you know, anything to further on her process of evolving into her whole self, the artist that she is today and will continue to be and thrive to be. You know, she already told y'all what it is. You know, keep a lookout and check out what she already got, because that stuff is amazing.
Thank you.
You can hear the universal sound from Shauna, and I'm not just saying that because she's sitting on the couch with me here today. I'm saying like she truly is an all-around artist. I think that she's an it girl, and
the it girl. Oh, you know that's from ICanB.
Hey!
I love it.
So that's amazing in itself. So it's definitely gonna happen for you.
Thank you.
For me, I'm manifesting following through on my work.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep this over here, but you know, just truly just like diving in and like bringing to fruition the lifestyle that I am creating, because I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and I'm trying to make sure that it gets out to y'all, so that y'all can truly understand what we're doing here at, you know, the ICanB show. So
ICanB.
Whatever I can be.
I can be anything.
I'm gonna let Shauna
make a little jingle. I was about to say, get a little jingle. Get a little jingle.
No world of your imagination.
I can write.
I ain't trying to get copyrighted though.
Listen. It's a cover.
Yeah, come on, just, show us this is some love.
Right.
Another thing we do on the pod is we do our podcast of the week, right? So if you can, you know, share a podcast, a sermon, anything inspirational that you heard that got you through last week, or even happened today that just really gave you a jump on, you know, or affirmation that you've seen for your life, to your life.
I'm trying to think. Oh my gosh, you just put me on the spot. Because like mostly, especially because it's Friday, what I do every Friday is I listen to all the new music releases. Like I spend every weekend, every Friday. I spend the whole weekend listening to new music releases. But if I were to think about like podcasts, like Built This is probably, I love innovation, like startup entrepreneurship type podcast.
Innovation is called?
No. It's called is it How I Built This? It's an NPR one. I'm not too sure if they still make new episodes, but I always listen to them because...
What's NPR mean?
NPR, National Public Radio.
Oh, okay. It's on the radio?
No!
You can watch on YouTube?
You could listen to anywhere that you listen to podcasts.
Okay.
Yeah.
And tell the people the name and the title.
So I was like, How I Built This. So basically what it is, because it's for like people that are entrepreneurs that kind of they talk about how they built something from scratch. So I think there's actually called ones from scratch as well. And I just like hearing people's processes to build something from nothing, because it's such an amazing feat every time to like start from zero and be like, we got to the point where we're this large of a company, or we exited the company and I was able to do so and such. Like that to me is always amazing. And I'm always inspired by those stories because I just love the idea of starting from scratch.
Amen. Homegrown over here, y'all.
Not homegrown. I love it.
Yes. So yes. So you also, I just want to say, like, your merch is fire.
Thank
so
you. I designed it myself.
Wow. Like, listen, it's giving amazing. Thunder thighs. Like, that's what I was thinking because I like the shirt. I like the cartoon that you drew. Yeah. You really drew that?
No. So I don't. So the thing is, like, So this is what I usually do.
You gotta see it. Y'all gotta see it.
Yeah. I either do one of two things. I either design it myself, or I create a design brief where I tell somebody else exactly how I want it to be put together. Okay. So I'll be like, I'll sketch it out, and I'll be like, so here's a sketch. I'm gonna have you redraw it because this is a style you specialize in. This is not like a style I specialize in, but this is what my sketch. So like one person I always work with is Stephanie, and she did the poster for Pressure. Like, I really love that poster. And she also did the cover art for Vibes, featuring Shy the Weirdo. She's just an amazing artist. But yeah, that's how I do all my merch. But I'll usually design the layout and all the things, or I'll sketch something out and I'll send it off to somebody else to do the full design, and then I'll get all the changes made and everything. So I operate and manage all my merch. And I also used to work in products. So I choose out how I want.
You can tell.
Yeah, and then the logos and stuff like that, I design all my logos and my design.
Spitfire.
You're right. And all my design files are all made by me. Yeah.
You know I need some, right? Right?
Well, what you want?
I want a shirt.
Yeah, you get a shirt. I can give you a shirt if you want a shirt.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, or you could tell my ass to go buy some.
Okay, yeah, you could go buy it.
ShaunaMoon.com.
Yeah, it's on ShaunaMoon.com.
ShaunaMoon.com.
Yeah.
MOON. Alright. Take a step back. Okay. Alright. So yes, merch fire, definitely need some. So, you also have a book out right now.
Yes.
Right? It is called On My Mind, the Not So Poetry book by Miss
ShaunaMoon.
Hey. So, can you tell us a little bit about your book?
Yeah, I can tell you real quick. So, basically, it was inspired by Drake's book, Aubrey Graham's book, where it's kind of like a stream of consciousness, one-liners. It was just like thoughts that I was having, a little random. Like, I do love poetry, and I've done a little more poetry back. Like, I actually write short stories. Yeah, I feel like y'all just learning everything about my life.
Artist, yeah.
So like I've done a lot of fiction, and I like poetry. I've also done a lot of nonfiction, but I wanted to put together a little book, kind of just like I just had so many thoughts. I was like, we're gonna make it to a book. We're gonna make it for the girls. We're gonna make it for girls that gonna relate and they gonna feel this, and they know what's popping, what's up.
And it also has romance in it, right? Like,
yeah,
it talks about your
relations also a little bit
with guys in regards to you're like finding yourself through relationships with other people.
Yeah, it's kind of a mix. Most of it is based off of me. Some of it is actually some of my friends' experiences, so I incorporate those. And then I also incorporate, like I said, just random thoughts, dreams, aspirations. Yeah, life.
Wow.
And I was like, let's make them short. Let's make them short. Yes. And that was the book, which is available on Amazon, Kindle, and paperback.
Absolutely. And if y'all go to her Instagram at ShaunaMoon, ShaunaMoon, you can click the link in her bio and you'll get access to her merch and her book. Just to remind y'all, she do have visuals coming out for Bodylicious, Tokyo Drip, and Changes. So keep a lookout for that. Shauna, tell the people what you got going on, and once again, how they can follow you and keep up with you.
Yes, so as you said, I got some visuals coming out. I'm going to start recording that in the next week. I also have like at least 5 to 6 collaborations on the work. So y'all gonna hear a lot of new music with other people, some other people that you might know, but I have a lot of collaborations. I've been in the studio constantly. I've been here all the time, just writing and recording. So I'm really excited for you to hear my more collaborative work before I do another project or more singles by myself. And I have a performance tomorrow in Jersey, and I definitely have more performances coming up, but that's all available on my website, which is ShaunaMoon.com. Shauna, ShaunaMoon.com. And you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Anywhere really at ShaunaMoon Baby BBY instead of BABY. Just because I wanted to make it a little shorter. Just that one letter. But yeah, and you can see all the content and all the teasers and my YouTube also. I'll put stuff on there. I usually do. I put the freestyles or my SoundCloud. I usually post on my freestyles on SoundCloud if you want to see them funny thumbnails that I got going on.
But still, spit fire.
Right, I don't play about my craft, but I'll play about them thumbnails. But yeah, that's it.
Well, that is our episode of ICanB Mondays with the beautiful
ShaunaMoon.
It's your girl ICB, and I love you all so much. Until next time. Grace.
Bye.